It's so important for students to be running their own bands that run parallel or separately from the program. I think it gives us a lot more incentive to take the skills we're learning in school and apply them in real settings. So I think it's paramount to the success of the program and the success of individual students.
I used to tell myself you were the one. Now we're left broken-hearted, saying
The group is called Side Hustle, and we've been together for about, I think, 9-10 months now. The name kind of explains itself. It was just kind of like the side hustle. We would find songs and rehearse specifically for the gig. It wouldn't be like when ongoing regular rehearsals. It would just be, yeah, we booked something coming up next week. You guys want to get a rehearsal in on Sunday? It's forced me to get out of my bubble as a singer and think about, all right, well, what's gonna make sense for my bass player to play? What's gonna make sense for my guitarist or even my horn section, like my trumpet player, my trombone player? Things that I typically wouldn't think about.
Find what I have lost, 'cause we're stuck.
Since I got here as a freshman, there's always been student groups. And especially when I was younger, I always looked up to them. I thought they were super cool. And then as I got older, I realized there's really no difference between me and them, so I figured why not just start it myself. There's a lot of places in Bloomington that love having student-run ensembles, especially playing original music, doing their own thing, and they just let us go. They're not telling us to be quiet or do background music. They let us play, and there's a cool community of other students and local people who come out to hear it all.
It's just cool to see people doing their own thing. There's a lot of different stuff going on here, and it's cool to see people being comfortable with their own music and it's like putting themselves out there.
We're running for cover, and this first song's a love ballad. And it's,
Studying jazz and learning about jazz has given me insight into principles and properties of music that are general, that apply to everything.
There is no a more practical way of applying what you're studying and working really hard at than having your own group and playing consistently with the same people. So.
I mean, I've grown so much just from being surrounded by this and from being around people who have this healthy competition. And just for me, seeing that inspires me to try and get better and to work harder. And then in this group, I think we've achieved that to a degree.
The big difference between Bloomington and other places which I've made music in is the volume and proportionate size of the community who are jazz musicians themselves. We play to educated audiences who understand the lineage of what we're contributing to and how we're contributing to it at any given moment. And I think that's really liberating and also terrifying. Liberating in that I know that people will hopefully understand what I'm doing, and terrifying because if I don't do it well, then they might not think I'm very good.
The whole music scene in Bloomington is kind of fueled by the music school and the students here, and so we're just a part of that. So we all met during orientation week, and we just kind of had high hopes for the next 2 years, and so we just kind of, that week, kind of set it in stone that we're going to make this group that's going to do something for 2 years.
We decide what kind of music we want to play, we decide how we want to play it, and that's it.
The student-run band community here is really important, and I think it's really integral in the identity of the IU Jazz Studies department. I think that's really what sets us apart from a bunch of the other departments. It's not just being the, school's big band and combos. It's encouraged, and I know a lot of people, and a lot more people even that are getting interviewed for this process that are in student-run ensembles. It's kind of just like a normal walk of life around here, and we learn all the stuff in school, but then doing it on our own is where we, really put that into practice.